recording. Okay. So, do you guys all have like a pen and paper? I should have had you grab something like that.
I'll grab it real fast.
Okay. Maybe a minute to. So I'm just going to have you write down some questions I want you to think about. And then I'm going to ask you guys what your answers are in a little bit. Okay. So the things I want you to think about as I'm talking is what was your biggest takeaway from last week or even yesterday and today? What has been your biggest struggle so far? And are you a gold ship? So that's from our reading. So think about that. When I'm done talking, I'm going to ask all of you guys what your answers are. So basically, I just want to go over some more basic things and make sure that you guys are all up to speed on, the basics of your online office. You should have already set up your 3 websites and your bank account. Has everybody done those things?
Yep.
Everybody's done those. Okay, perfect. Figure as much, but you always want to make sure because those are important things to know about. And you'll, of course, want to get paid every week. We all do. And the direct deposit is the best way to go. I think way fun. Check in every Thursday and see that deposit. And then I touch base on this every week. Just see how it's going with Instagress and just make sure that you guys have at least tried it, turned it on, and just kind of tested the waters with it. What do you guys think so far about Instagress? Anybody have any opinions? Sarah, do you use it?
I'm using it right now, actually.
Okay, perfect. And April, you were kind of on the fence about it before. Have you tried it?
I haven't tried it. I don't know. I don't know about it. I'm still not sold.
Have you
walked on Pinterest the other day and I was like, oh, that's such a weird feeling for them to be like, you're spamming people. You need to stop. I'm like, oh. So I'm like, but I'm not. I'm trying to recruit people. I'm not spamming like that.
You might as well just do. No, I'm just kidding.
After that, I'm like, well, at this point, like, they think I'm a machine anyway. I might as well just be I added it to my to-do list. I'm like, all right, suck it up, give it a try. Because it ties in. One of my biggest struggles is like finding the time to do invites. So I guess that'll help me at least.
There you go. Yeah.
It'll help me with that struggle. So I just need to suck it up and stop being such a skeptic.
Okay. On the to-do goes to at least give it a try. Just turn it on and see the difference. I was sucked in and addicted to it, within the first hour, I think. And again, there's the settings that you can set to have the comments comment or not comment or just do the like part. Because I've noticed that even people's pictures that I just like sometimes will start following me. And I'll like go through their pictures to see I'm like, oh, I must have commented to them something, and takes me a while, but I'm like, oh, I only liked their picture. Awesome. So you just never know, and it's just something that I don't think will ever hurt you. But again, that's totally up to you, your decision. Let's see. So another thing to talk about is Success Club, and make sure that you all understand really what Success Club is, and also the Success Starters program. So you should all kind of have an idea that a challenge pack is worth 2 Success Club points, and Shakeology Home Direct is worth 1 Success Club point. So your goal every month is to get up to Success Club 5. So usually you can do that with 2 challenge packs and 1 Home Direct sale. And then you'll get a little prize from Beachbody And same thing with Success Club 10. There's another level of a prize. So if you get to Success Club 10, you'll get both the Success Club 10 and the Success Club 5 prize. And the Success Club points will eventually convert over into resort dollars that you can use on the Success Club trip. So that's another thing to look into if you haven't already. Next April, I believe, is a cruise. And if you qualify for this cruise, and there's a wait list right now, I'm on the wait list as well. So if it's something, I encourage you all to just at least go put your name on the wait list, because by the time it comes around, if you're at that point and you're going to be like, oh man, I should have put my name on the wait list sooner, because that's exactly what I did. I feel exactly that way. Kind of when I signed up and heard about it, I was like, no, I'm sure I'm not. I was very, I guess, pessimistic. I was like, there's no way I'm going to qualify for that, or that's not going to be an option for me. And it is now, of course, and I wish that I had put my name on the waiting list earlier. But anyway, so Success Club points, each point converts to $10 that you can use on the trip. So at the end of the year, you'll have however many Success Club points converted into money that you can use either towards your deposit, or you can use it on the trip for drinks or food or whatever the case may be. So that's just another little perk of getting those Success Club points. And then I kind of like to think of it as like kind of bragging rights eventually too. So people talk about how many Success Club points they got, and just kind of a fun thing to be like, oh, I got this many that month, or this many over the course of the year. And it's just kind of a way to keep track of your progress and your success as a coach.
We know you're competitive too.
I'm competitive.
I had 7. Thank you.
I don't have it. So I was like, I'm trying so hard to make sure I do it, and I'm sure I'm annoying all of my coaches, tagging them every night, but I want them to do it too. Ben, I'd always tag you too.
Like, tag me. No one tags me, and then
nobody tags you. All right, I'll start tagging you too. You're gonna regret that you just said that.
You're gonna get tagged in all the things.
Everything.
All of a sudden, I'm like, what is all of this? I thought I got these
notifications. Oh, Sydney. Mentioned you in a comment.
I won't complain. Like, I need that.
Okay, so the last couple of things are, I know you guys are all know the importance of your invites and your follow-ups, and then really just being proof that the product works, and be proof of the product. So on your Instagram, make sure that you're talking about, how much Shakeology has helped you. So try hard not to just post just one picture of like your Shakeology bag, but maybe just a smiling picture of you, and your description of it can be like, why am I so happy? Because since I started drinking Shakeology, my digestion has been this much better, and whatever the case may be, or I've lost this much weight. Hi, Tim.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well.
Good. Thanks for jumping on. Glad to have you.
Glad to be here.
So we're just talking about the importance of invites and follow-ups and being proof of the product. And that I know all of you guys know how important it is to do your invites and to strive for, I like to say at least 50 a day, and then there's some people that go for 100. So always set a goal for how many invites you want to do every day. And then talking about being proof of the product, and Tim jumped on at the exact perfect time. I love your progress pictures. They're just amazing. So good work to you. I'm going to use yours for Transformation Tuesday one of these days.
All right, that'll work.
Oh, that reminds me, April, do you have pictures from your ultimate reset, like before and afters?
I do indeed.
Ooh.
They should be in my food and fitness folder in my photos on Facebook. If anyone wants to check them out.
Okay. Do I have your permission to post them in my my clean eating group?
Absolutely, you do.
Awesome. I meant to look for some today. Woohoo! So yeah, we want to be using the products and showing all of our clients that they do in fact work for us and we love them, and talk about the results that you got and people can get, and not necessarily focus so much on the process, but more on the results and how we can help them attain those results. And then the follow-ups. How are you guys doing with your follow-ups? Are you sticking to kind of the plan that we have laid out, where you give them kind of 3 chances and then after that last one you can kind of move on type thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I've been
Okay.
pretty much.
Okay, good. Yeah, I know it can be kind of hard or frustrating. Sometimes you can see that they did see your last message to them. It'll say seen, and they maybe just didn't respond. So I know it. You might feel like a little bit of a stalker when you start emailing them again or messaging them again for that 3rd time, but you just never know. One of my little slogans is, what's the worst that can happen? Especially when, you're in our little virtual world. I think it's much different than, talking to someone in person. It's almost kind of like a safety net to me. It's like, I'm sitting here in my bed, I'm messaging people. What's the worst that can happen? They don't message me back again, or they say, hey, stop bothering me, and okay, I'm gonna go find some of the other hundreds of thousands of people that I can talk to about my awesome business and my awesome products. So even if it's the 3rd time you're messaging somebody and they haven't said anything back, give them that last chance to respond. I've had it happen before where people are like, oh, I've just been so busy. I did get your messages. I just haven't had a chance to respond. I've had people not respond, and I, stopped messaging them, and then, months later, I'll post something about, my 21-day fix, and they'll message me and be like, hey, I saw you're doing that. I really want some more info. And I'll look back and see that, they stopped responding to me after I wanted to send them my link or something like that. But you never know who's watching you. They're still seeing all of your posts throughout. So it's a nice surprise when sometimes you hear back from people. But so just don't ever give up. And if that time comes on that 3rd go around, just kind of keep them in the back of your head and hope that one day they might want your help. So, well, very last thing, I think I said that before, but one more thing to talk about is the co-leader role. How are you guys feeling about asking people to be co-leaders, or have you taken that step yet and asked people that you've added to the group to be a co-leader?
I've done it with a couple. I have 2 girls who are really active. They post multiple times a day, which
Great.
is really awesome. And then like I asked another girl, and I just to try to get her involved, because I know that she has the potential. Like, I know her personally. I know she has the potential to like be active. I see how much she posts on Facebook. So, but she just isn't doing it. So I figure she might be one of those people down the road who could be, like just like one of my like coaches maybe that I eventually recruit, but she's not a gold chip. But I see these other 2 women as being gold chips.
Awesome. So are you going to ask them, you should tag them in the little flyer that Amy posted about the internship group and see if they're interested in learning more about that.
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm talking to the one about coaching right now, and I'm about to ask her to like do a group chat. And
Perfect.
I'm going to get in there. Amy added me to like 2 group chats this week, and I think that was her way of saying, "This is how they're done. Let me show you so that you feel comfortable doing it." Yeah, she's kind of like pushing me over the edge, and I'm happy with it.
Perfect.
So yeah, so that's going to happen. I meant to do my follow-ups today, but I took a nap instead. So that happened.
Well, the day isn't over yet, so.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I still have time. I needed a nap after being a music teacher for elementary students for the whole day. So.
Oh boy, yeah, that sounds exhausting. So that's perfect. So that's a good start. I know, Ben, you've got quite a few people in there. And I think we'll work with you on getting that next step of people on that group message. Have you done any of the asking anybody to be kind of a co-leader type thing or not yet?
Well, in the group, I've asked one. They haven't really get back to me yet, but I haven't asked anybody else.
Okay. You've got a couple good people and your
I've
cousin.
been really picky, like with who I ask.
Your cousin that you added today seems like a good one. We should work on him.
I seen that post and I was thinking about maybe asking him later on down the road.
Yeah.
So he does his own programs and stuff, and he does his he does his own nutrition programs and stuff. So I was thinking about him after I seen that post today, but I'm just kind of taking my time with it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to ask him to be a coach and I'm not even doing anything down the road. I mean, it'd be a waste because they won't be helping me out any.
Well,
Yeah, you'd be getting that Technology Home Direct commission.
that's true. Yep. They'd be helping out a little bit if they liked it. So, how about Tim and Sarah? How have you guys been doing with that next little step of a co-leader asking role?
I haven't asked anyone yet. There's one person I'm thinking maybe would, because he just talks about how much he likes to motivate people. So
Perfect.
I figure, yeah, he might be one.
Yeah. So the next
and
time
then another girl.
Go ahead.
Another girl right after I added her specifically said, like, someone tried to get me to be a Beachbody coach and I just don't want to. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to push you to that then.
So, but keep her in mind, kind of. So, that one you should take the co-leader role, because honestly, sometimes I kind of skip that step. If the internship group is coming up, sometimes I'll just message people and say, hey, I think you would make a great coach. Have you ever thought about it? I have this internship group coming up. But I only do that to certain people that I think, or I can tell that they would really be interested. Other people like that have kind of already expressed right off the bat that they don't want to do it. That's when you need to take like kind of little baby steps with them and do that co-leader role and just tell her like, you're such a great motivator, or I like what you post all the time. Could you help me out in Team Boom and be kind of more of a leader with me? And I like to say, all that means is really just post a little bit more in the group and help welcome people when they're added, and just, give that little extra push and effort to really comment and be a presence in the group. And I don't think I've ever had anybody tell me no to being a co-leader. People are usually really excited when you ask them that, because they're like, yeah, definitely, I'd love to help more. And then if they do say that, it's really important to follow up with them in the next couple of days, kind of keep an eye out on them to see what they're doing. In my experience, those people have really taken grasp of that role and taken it seriously, and they start posting and doing stuff like all over the place. So within a couple of days, you should follow up with them again and tell them, like, you have been doing such a good job. Thank you so much. And then you could either kind of talk to them about other things and give them another couple days maybe, and then introduce, like, you've been doing such a great job, like I said. Have you ever thought about being a coach? Have you ever thought about doing what I'm doing? And again, it really is my favorite time of the month when we have the internship group. I get so excited because it's just such a great way to introduce it and then have that backup of, well, I have this informational group that's going to start next week or the week after, because a lot of the time, more often than not, for me at least, if I bring up coaching right away, people are like, well, I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about Beachbody. I don't know about, what to do as a coach. So having that option of the internship group coming up is just like the icing on the cake of having that, exactly what to say next. You tell them about the internship group. They usually say yes. You put them in there, and they're usually really excited about it too, because it's kind of hard to bring something up like coaching to somebody that, really doesn't know what it is, and not really be able to back it up that well, or just kind of start spewing information at them. That can kind of make them step back a little bit. But when you're just giving them little bits at a time and then saying, if you really are interested, you can learn everything you need to know over a course of 5 days. They're just, quick little posts about, how to sign up, why people sign up, who signs up. And, I've had some really good success with that. So take advantage of that if you can. Amy posted the flyer already. So all those people that you've been talking to, just tag them in that little flyer and say, hey, what do you think about this? And if they say yes, then you message them privately and go from there. And again, what's the worst that can happen? They say no or not right now. And if they say not right now, that's not a no. So they go right on your list for next month. So next month, you're going to look at your list of people that you brought it up to before. They said not right now. So you give them some time, have them be that co-leader role, say, okay, well, how about in the meantime, if you can help me out and just be more of a leader and post some more and see what you think of that. And then that next month, you can offer them the internship again, or just bring up coaching in general again and see where it goes from there. So never give up on people. That's what I tell myself. So that's everything. So now I'm going to go back to those questions. So Tim, at the beginning of the call, I had everybody write down some questions. And I'm going to ask for their answers, so I'll have you go last so you can think about it. So the questions are, what was your biggest takeaway from last week or yesterday and today? What has been your biggest struggle so far? And are you a gold ship? So I'm going to start with April.
All right.
Tell me your biggest takeaway first.
My biggest takeaway was the importance of personal development and making sure that you set aside the time to really learn what's going to make this business work. I really am enjoying the 45-second presentation. I'm really excited to get the Slight Edge. I totally regretted not getting the audio tape after I ordered it, because I have an hour and 15-minute commute to school twice a week. There and back. So I'm like, why didn't I do that? I could literally listen to a book in 2 days, in a week. So from now on, I'm just going to order all my books as audio and just listen to them during that time. So I'm sitting here listening to boring music that I don't even want to hear anyway. I could be building a business. So I took away that, personal development is huge and that it's not something to overlook. Because when I first started looking at that consistency thread, I'm like, what difference does personal development make? Like not thinking it was a big deal. But then one day I was cleaning my room and I just had videos playing constantly in the background, and I learned so much more about Shakeology, and I feel so much more comfortable now talking about Shakeology to people, because everyone's always like, oh, what? It's a protein shake. And I didn't really know how to respond at first, but after listening to all those videos and doing that personal development, I'm like, no, it's not a protein shake. Here's what it is. And I can actually talk about the health benefits and how much better I personally feel. And I was using it every day. And then I stopped for like a week and I felt horrible. Like I realized the difference that it made. So there's that. My biggest struggle has been, I've been doing a lot of like weekend trips, and I'll be, like my first weekend trip, I completely, I did it for maybe that night of my trip, and then I fell off the wagon for like a good week almost. And then with now the second weekend trip that I did, I was really good up until Sunday, and then I couldn't get my workout in, and I couldn't get my invites done because my internet wasn't working, and then I came home and it was like a rush and tumble. So I'm finding that life is getting in my way a lot, and that I need to set my alarm for earlier and not press snooze to wake up and get this stuff done before anyone else is awake and can bother me.
Perfect.
And I do believe that I am a gold ship. I really am passionate about this. I think about it all the time. I try to post as much as possible. I'm probably driving my family, my friends, and my boyfriend completely insane, because I'm pretty sure that this is what I talk about 80% of the time. They all are saying, yes, April, this is really good. We're so happy for you. But they're probably like, shut up already. We get it. You like Beachbody. Fine. But, yeah, I think that I could definitely push and do this. I want to duplicate myself. I want to set this up so that in 5 years, when I am most likely unemployed with a ridiculous amount of student loans and traveling around with my boyfriend while he's in the Air Force or Navy or whatever he decides to do, that I have this income so that I don't have to be worried. I'm looking at this as an investment. So that's why I think I'm a gold ship.
Good. I love it. That was all perfect. Thank you. All right, so we'll go to Sarah, and we have 7.5 minutes before my call ends. So go for it.
All right, I'll be quick. My biggest takeaway was to not focus as much on selling. Be like, oh, you need to buy this or this. It'll come naturally as they get more involved. My biggest struggle is kind of two things. It's balancing going back to school and starting another new job and all of this, and finding time to do everything and not lose my mind. And then also being pushier with people to follow up with them more and get them in the group and making the profile, because I keep getting stuck on that. I'll send them the link and then never hear anything back. And then I think I am a gold ship. I think when Brittany first added me to this, I was probably a silver ship, and then she pushed me to be a gold ship. And I think I do have the potential to be a really good coach.
Awesome. I agree. Thank you for sharing, Sarah. And let's do Tim first, because Ben, you've already done this once before, so I want to hear Tim.
All right. Well, for me, my biggest takeaway through everything really is not about selling, more building relationships. I like that. I like that thought process as well. And the biggest struggle for me really has been balancing everything. I remember before I even got started, I was saying I didn't have time for this. So it's really been a struggle for me trying to balance everything, work life, your home and family and everything else that you kind of have going on. So it's been working. I've been able to get invites done, stick to everything, do the follow-ups, do personal development. I know you probably saw that video I posted. It was 1 a.m. So I'm getting it done.
I commend you. I cannot stay awake. It's there's something.
Yeah, so I'm getting things done for sure, and absolutely, I know for sure I'm a gold ship. I wouldn't have got started if I didn't think so. So it's happening. Just got to figure some things out. But other than that, we're moving forward.
You'll get there. I agree. Gold ship status as well. Thank you, Tim. All right, Ben, let's hear what you've got.
I
What-
think my biggest problem is probably finding the time to do follow-ups every single day. And because I usually stay busy after I get off work, because I don't get off until about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Then go to the gym. I'm at the gym until like 7, and I try to get to bed at like 10. But I probably find that time to do that and doing those invites, because I try to do my invites personal. And
2 hours in the gym, Ben. T25.
I know. He's got them all too. He's been doing some of them.
yeah, I've been doing my T25. I worked out 9 times over the 3-day weekend.
I remember you posting that. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I worked out 5 times this past weekend, that Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, I stay pretty active for the T25 and all that. I should post a bunch of selfies of myself doing it, and maybe somebody
Yeah,
else.
you gotta get those sweaty selfies in. Those are the best.
I plan on doing this for a really long time, so I think I am a gold champ, but I just can't jump into it all the way yet because of the military.
Yep. I think you're a gold ship too, Ben. Awesome. I think we're all gold ships in here, and you're all on the call right now. So thank you for doing that. That says a lot about you right there. That you're making time and you are serious about this and you're putting in the effort. As far as organizing and that's I think one of my biggest struggles as well is I'm still trying to figure out my daily schedule and making sure I get everything in. I get it all in, but I kind of do it whenever I can. I'm still very I get up in the morning and I do something that I feel like doing, and then at lunch I do whatever I feel like doing, and then at nighttime I do whatever I haven't done yet. So that is a struggle right now just because then I get home sometimes and I'm still working on things. I don't have my plan set. So my boyfriend's out there, sitting around waiting for me to finish up doing my stuff. And I am very dedicated. I'm very nope, I can't watch that yet. I'm not done doing my invites. I'm not done doing my follow-ups. So I too am still working on that. I don't think I'll ever be done, tweaking, and I've come a long way since I started. But it's been fun process, and I can't believe still that I am where I am and leading a Coach Basic Zoom call right now. Never thought actually that would even happen. So that's just another thing to keep in mind. Never say never to yourself, and never give up, and always as long as you do those key things that we do as coaches to invite and follow up and do your personal development, you'll be fine, and you'll be successful, and you'll all be diamonds before you know it. I have full faith. Woo. All right, we have a minute and 15 seconds. Does anyone have any last minute questions? No, I didn't think so. We did a good job. We covered some good stuff today. Thank you so much for getting on. I appreciate it. It was good to talk to all of you a little more one-on-one. And we'll do this one more time next Tuesday. Did this time work okay, the 5:30, 8:30, or should we go back to 5 or 8 o'clock?
I think this time worked out a little better.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think
that's
so
fine.
too.
We had,
People weren't rushing. All right, well, I'll see you guys next Tuesday at 5:30 or 8:30 Eastern time.
all right.
All right, thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.